My name is Lloyd Aneke, a barrister by training, called to the English Bar 1987 and the Nigerian Bar 1988. I have worked in the United Kingdom for the past 20 years and over the past 4 years have commenced practice here in Abuja, Nigeria. NigerianStates.net commenced in 2003 when the idea came to me to try to find ways by which information can be provided to those Nigerians who live in the diaspora. By that I mean that we who live there seek to actually come back to Nigeria to work and provide our own industrial input. But we found that information was hard to come by, and it led me to decide to collate information on every single state in the Federation and present this on the website. That, in summary, is how it came about. It was certainly very hard because it involved actually going to the states themselves to obtain the information. And this was done over a 3-year period. We had to traverse the country. We had to go and meet various commissioners for industry in the various states, obtain the documentation from them, collate the information, and then break that information down to a usable format for the internet. What we have done is that every single state on the website has its investment potential formatted in the same way, so that if one seeks to actually compare and contrast the investment potential, say for instance in Kano and Zamfara or Lagos, one can do that very simply indeed. And that's why the format used is designed specifically for the investor. The year 2020 is, in reality, just around the corner. Sure, it's 12 years, but it's around the corner. When you talk of state development, it's around the corner. We see a position where, in 12 years' time, NigerianStates.net would have helped to grow companies, would have helped to create investment, would have helped to have brought investors back to Nigeria to aid in this aim of Vision 2020. Simply because by increasing the number of people involved in trying to reach Vision 2020, we are helping to ensure that that vision is attained. To say I can give you figures would be wrong. I can't give you figures, but I'll tell you that the aim is to ensure that by Vision 2020, we help to bring people back. Because of course, to attain it, we need people. It can't be attained solely by just wishing it. You have to attain it by putting people on the ground, by creating industry, by creating employment, and by ensuring that the current level of poverty that pervades the society is taken away, sir. We're taking it stage by stage. The first group we wish to sensitize on the website are Nigerians here, home, and then we'll use the launch as a platform to showcase it to Nigerians in the diaspora. But we do believe that it's most important that Nigerians at home, we here at home, know about the website, because of course a graduate or even a businessman could seek information on the website and use it to seek to locate where to go and invest. So it's not limited so to Nigerians in the diaspora. No, it can be used by us here in Nigeria. So we're going to ensure through advertising, through the media, through the press, that the general public know of its existence before we go out to the Nigerians in the diaspora. We are not in any shape or form providing or proffering a solution to the crisis, the Niger Delta. We all know that that crisis has many different heads, and it will require a host of different inputs for a solution to be reached. But the basic point here is this. You'll find that if investors, if investment, if education, if employment is increased in any region, any location in the world, it decreases violence. That's a clear statement of fact. So investors are required in every region in Nigeria to reduce the huge wealth of unemployed graduates in this country. And that is, of course, the case also in the Niger Delta. So the prescription and the solution to the problems in Niger Delta can also be put to everywhere in Nigeria, and the same solution is required in those locations. And that is what we seek to do by bringing investors who will actually invest in all the states in the Federation, thereby increasing employment and reducing poverty. We can actually take the states, take the investment website to specific workshops, to specific locations in Europe and the United States of America, to ensure that those who reside there actually have a hands-on feel, hands-on experience of what pertains on the website. For instance, in Europe, there are certain yearly shows on agriculture. It is possible for us to take NigeriaStates.net to such an event and actually showcase specific states on agriculture in that roadshow. Now, that would enable a future investor to actually see what's available, what pertains in any state that they are interested in going into. And we, as legal advisors, can actually advise them legally on methods, on procedures that needs to be adopted, need to be overcome to actually commence business. So that's what I'm talking about. So it won't just be a question of the website sitting there and not being utilized. We, in our own group, will take the website to these particular groups out of jurisdiction to ensure they understand and they feel and they become part of it. I think really and truly the most important thing for me, when I say me again, I'm talking of the group behind this whole thing, is we are aiming to ensure that we aid in this country's development, in the sense that it cannot all be done by the federal government. President Kennedy, JFK in 1961, said that one should not think of what the country can do for them. One should think of what one can do for one's country. We are thinking of what we can do for our country, and that is it. If we can put this in front of the Nigerians in the diaspora, in front of investors who are able to come in and set up companies here in Nigeria, thus aiding to meet A, the Vision 2020, B, the MDGs, and C, the 7-point agenda, then we have done our bit to ensuring the progress and the growth of this country. Those who have helped to create it, we're now in a position to showcase it. We're now in a position to actually put it to the people, and we aim to see that it's utilized properly. It's used to benefit Nigerians in the whole, and God willing, in the next 12 months we shall come back and show you precisely what we've achieved.